This is a Headgum podcast.
Picture this. You wake up in the middle of the night. Tons of discomfort. You can't get comfortable. Your back feels all weird. You sleep terribly. You don't know what's wrong with you. You wake up the next morning, your wife sees you, and you've got bags under your eyes. She asks, what's wrong? Did you sleep okay? And you start feeling like a tingle on your ass. And you're feeling embarrassed. You don't want to say anything to her. So, no, I don't know. Just one of those nights. Couldn't sleep, couldn't get comfortable.
You sure? Because your eyes keep sort of darting down around your back and down.
No. I think it's just like the changing of the season. It's getting colder, and so it's a little dry. And I just can't get comfy.
Where are you feeling it the most?
I think it's just kind of like sinuses, upper body entirely.
The dog's sniffing at your butt, honey.
Oh,
He's never done that.
Stop! I must have sat in some meat yesterday. I think I sat in meat yesterday. That's probably what the dog is responding to.
And it's still there.
I think just the scent. Was our dog ever a cadaver dog?
Yes, you know that.
Okay, that's right. I forgot.
Woof.
Thank you for your service, Rex.
Thank you for our service. Every day we have to tell him that. He kind of just sits there and expects it.
I know, and when he comes home, we have to bang pots and pans. It's so annoying. It's like we get it. You just thought like you saved any lives. You just found the cadaver.
Found the dead body.
It's not. Oh, sorry.
So then you're on your way to work, and it's getting worse. And you're not looking forward to going to work, so you decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to call in. I'm going to call the doctor. It's getting really, really bad. Doctor can see you right away. You go in, you explain all your symptoms. You're like, my ass is on fire.
We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn.
Sir, it's really, doctor.
Oh, I thought you were doing a cheer.
No. This is really serious. I'm awful. Also, I don't like that you make me call you sir.
Please call me sir. Thank me for my service. I was a cadaver doctor.
You're the cadaver doctor?
Yes, this is my dog. He's a cadaver dog. Thank you for your service.
Well, sir, I've got my ass is on fire, and it's I can't get comfortable. I can't do anything. It's really impeding my life.
Well, take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
All right, fine. So you take the medicine. Ibuprofen doesn't do shit. So you go straight to work, you get to your office, you pull up to your desk, and before you can sit down, you take a look at that chair. That thing has got a heating pad on it because you, my friend, are on the hot seat. You have been sitting in that chair for weeks now, losing games left and right. And now you are officially on the hot seat.
What a long one. Is your name service. Brandon in this scenario?
Yes, your name is Brandon.
Brandon S?
Brandon, we'll say Brandon S.
I hope it is. I hope it goddamn is.
Because it's hot seat week.
Yeah, it's hot seat week. You called your friend Frank R.
And
they didn't pick up at the office, and you're starting to worry because he had a real bad case of it.
Yeah, Frank R. was going to all sorts of specialists trying to figure out what was up with his ass. Someone texted me in one of my football threads this week. It just said, Brandon Staley fired Monday morning. And I was like, you could have sent this text every week for the last like it's evergreen.
I thought this would be the one. Like home, Sunday night, prime time, just such a like kind of listless performance against a team that also didn't seem like they were like really itching to win that game. I guess they're going to stick with him until the end of the season, but yikes.
Yeah, Brandon Staley is the Chargers coach. They've been abysmal and just like below expectations constantly.
Good job on mentioning who he is.
We realized last week we talked the whole podcast and never actually explicitly said that Joe Burrow had a season-ending injury.
Oh, yeah.
We were just kind of talking about the Bengals. Staley, the weird thing was Of all the losses the Chargers have had the last couple of years, that was one of the times that you felt like Staley blew it the least because they were just kind of listless the whole game.
I mean,
but you can't point to like
Yeah.
a bad fourth down call that he made like you usually can. They just kind of stunk.
they lost to the Dolphins by 2. They lost to the Titans by 3. They beat the Vikings by 4. Beat the Raiders by 7. Cowboys, they lost by 3. Chiefs, they lost by 2 scores. Bears, they won. Jets, they won big. They lost to the Lions by 3. They lost to the Packers by 3.
They're like the Bizarro Steelers. They're just losing every close
Yeah.
game.
And
Like-
there seems to be like you can point to each one of those games and call out like a decision that was made that really cost them the game. And it's astonishing to me, actually, that these games were as close as they were because they never feel like they're really all that in it. Like you just the ending feels inevitable.
Yeah.
with them.
That was funny, like, when they were talking about him getting fired, I was like, he can go back to being an offensive coordinator and be good. He's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
I completely just forgot that because their defense has been such rat shit since he's been there.
And like every week you said, the players are so good. Like you have such a talented roster on that
Yeah.
defense. The fact that they can't stop anything.
Yeah, I was like, well, they got Derwin James and they got Bosa and Mack, but they don't. Well, what's their like second tier defense? Who are their linebackers? And it's like Kenneth Murray
Murray
and
and
someone else. Who's
Dion
really-
Henley,
Yeah, I was like,
who's very good.
I was like, shit, they got talent all over the place. What's going on?
They have the second round Tuli. How do you say his last name?
Tui Potu.
I'm gonna say
Tui Potautu.
Dewey T.
I'm gonna
he's
say
good.
Tuli
Or is he out?
Tui Polu. Polulotu.
Let's pull up that defensive
Tuli.
depth chart because I feel like there's another linebacker I'm forgetting.
Dion Henley, defensive depth chart.
But regardless, no matter what they're doing on defense,
Oh, Eric Hendricks.
yeah,
old.
Yeah, but wait, does that say Darius Leonard?
No, Dion.
Oh,
Dean
Leonard.
Dean.
Leonard.
Santi Samuel Jr.
yeah, he's good.
Sebastian Joseph Day. Feels like his name should be Joseph Sebastian Day.
That sounds like a private school that you try to get your 4-year-old into.
Yeah.
Sebastian Joseph Day School.
Cameron's going to Sebastian Joseph Day.
Oh, he got in. Nice.
Braxton didn't get in because he spit up during his interview.
He's in public school.
As if that'll help the vomiting.
Who's the general manager for the Chargers?
I don't fucking know.
I don't, yeah. I
Because
don't know.
that guy
a
also
horse
needs
in
to
a
go.
wig that stomps once for yes and twice for no.
Can he do the stomping without the wig? Absolutely not.
Yeah, the whole stomping thing gives away that he's a horse. I don't know why he needs the wig.
It's a long blonde wig with a beret.
Yeah, the horse has alopecia, so he wears a wig.
Yeah, he doesn't have eyebrows.
Yeah. He's got drawn on eyebrows and a
He
blonde wig
knows
with a
you
beret.
know he's a horse. He's just self-conscious.
He's French.
Yeah.
Do you not? I understand you may not think he knows football because
Yeah.
he's French.
But he stomps once per week.
Yeah.
And two for
Two for
no.
no.
No. And 3 for ho ho ho.
They're
He's got a baguette in his mouth like a cigar. Who is their general manager? I don't know.
I want to say, I want to just throw out a name that feels made up. Tom Telesco.
Chargers gen manager. Tom
Telesco. Hey.
Did you say Polesco?
Telesco.
You said Telesco.
You said Palesco.
Oh, man.
He said Polesco, didn't
I
he?
thought he said
I-
Palesco with a P.
No, what? No, I said Telesco.
You were pushing P on that one.
Guys.
You were pushing P. Yeah, man.
Every morning.
All right, so I hate to merge sports. This show is about football.
Is this going to be the first time we've mentioned a different sport on
I'm
the show?
sorry, it's gonna have to be. The LA Clippers with a devastating loss.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Embarrassing, disgusting loss. These Chargers can't get right. It's just, why do I pick these teams to root for?
Because at some point when it does pay off,
it's going to feel so good.
It's going to be the best.
But man,
I want to see a news story about like a 98-year-old Cubs fan who died like 2 days before they won. You know
wouldn't that suck?
happened.
You know it
somewhere.
happened. Wouldn't that fucking suck?
Yeah, the
Pretty sure that was my grandpa.
Oh, no. Let's look up the exact date on that. That's tough.
Did he die around 2016?
Yeah.
Oof.
Definitely before the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Damn.
That
Sorry
sucks.
to revisit.
I'm sure a lot of people's grandpas did. So
Did y'all talk about that? Did y'all talk about?
yeah, because it was like that, and the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup the same year. But it was like a tears of joy thing. Like, he's probably watching from heaven right now, so happy.
Damn, it's a shame that heaven doesn't exist. nah, that actually, man, that makes me feel terrible.
It happens.
Damn,
Yeah, sorry, Carl.
Yeah.
That might happen with us with the Clippers.
dude, nah, I'm confessing. As soon as they're like, we're about to pull the plug on him, I'm gonna go. Wait. I'm a Laker fan.
And then you go to heaven.
Last rites.
St. Peter's like, let me see them rings. You gotta have at least one fan ring to get into heaven.
Oh my gosh, this team is such an underperforming.
The Chargers. We back on the
Yeah.
Chargers. Yeah.
Chargers? Back to the Chargers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eckler had a bad week. He is starting to show his age, I feel like. I've been seeing a lot of people clowning him on his speed.
Interesting. I
Seems
think he
like-
still looks pretty good.
There's someone, I know he's still doing all right, but
He's got some burst.
when there was that great clip of Jalen Carter running down Josh Allen on the sideline and they clocked him at like 16.8 miles per hour at, 350 or whatever he is, and someone tweeted today, like, he's fucking faster than Eckler.
He is getting up there.
Yeah, like the way that this team can't win with Justin Herbert, who's
Good.
amazing. He's amazing.
He's just good.
The construction of the team is awful. Drafting Quentin Johnston was bad. Or they already had a Mike Williams, and they drafted another one.
Yeah. I mean, Mike's injury doesn't help, obviously.
But he's going to get hurt. So I guess that's one reason to draft a Quentin
But
Johnson.
they drafted the wrong one, though.
Absolutely.
Good.
He went it went Jackson Smith and Jigba, then Quentin Johnston, and then immediately after them was Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison, and then Zay Flowers
They both look much better.
fucking burned him.
Can we talk about Zay Flowers real quick?
Sure.
Please.
I love the idea of the bridal bouquet toss celebration. Did you guys see this? He's Zay
clunky.
Flowers. They didn't execute it well at all.
Yeah.
The other guy, and it's not Zay's fault. It was the other guys. They should have been like fighting each other, like the cliche of the bridesmaids and everything, like fighting
pushing each other.
And
Yeah.
whoever picked it up should have been like, oh,
Yeah.
It was bad execute. Like Lamar didn't like it, and he was like yelling at him on the sideline. And I was like, in
Lamar
my
got
mind, I was
fiery on the
imagining Lamar saying exactly what I just said.
Bad, poorly executed.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
And then he had a second celebration with the soccer, kicking the goal, right?
Yeah, he kicked the penalty
Feels like we haven't
kick.
been seeing a lot of celebrations this year. Really good.
Someone did the baby boy thing from the movie.
I did. My friend just sent me that on the way over here.
Yeah,
I was driving, so I couldn't look.
but you know what it is.
I know, but I did see it in full.
It's a deep cut. It's like, but what's it for baby boy when someone punches the guy?
Yeah, it was like a lineup of like these kids jumped Jody. These young gangbangers jumped Jody, and so the OGs went to the park and found him, and he made them all line up, and he beat them with a belt.
Who did that celebration? I'm blanking on it. Was it?
It was a red team. It was on CBS, so it was AFC. Here, I'll show you. I actually did. I legit didn't look at the video. Let me look right now. It was the Texans.
It was Stroud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Stroud.
You tried to take my bike.
I mean, like, that's execution.
Yeah.
And that's why
You tried to take my bike.
Stroud is already
he's a
executing on a
superstar.
Yeah.
That dude is funny and
The Bolt Beat says Austin Eckler has been painfully bad for the Chargers in 2023, and he is proving the Chargers right for not extending him.
I mean,
So Eckler will probably be on the market next season.
he'll be.
He'll be a bingo.
Yeah, I could see him
Yeah.
taking like a Melvin Gordon type thing where he bounces around every year, and when he gets a chance, he's okay, and
Yeah, he'll be a Viking next year, and then like a training camp cut with the Jets before signing.
Signing with somebody else who's good.
Yeah,
Be a Patriot.
yeah. Well,
What has Zeke been doing this year? Anything?
it's actually been not bad, I think. Like, I think
When I've seen him run, he's okay, but it's within the context of that Patriots offense. How can you do anything,
I don't watch the Patriots at all.
Ooh, there.
you're lucky.
You don't watch them next year when they have Caleb Williams? Though?
Yes, yeah. When Caleb Williams is a Patriot, I will be getting his red jersey. He better wear number 12. Better.
You think they're not going to retire number 12?
Nope. Let Caleb get it first.
What is he wearing now? 13?
Yeah, he's 13.
He's
But
gonna
he
wear
better
12.
go down one
Yeah.
to 12. The real 12.
Yeah.
C-Dub 12.
Would you root for him with the Patriots?
No. I don't root for Dak with the Cowboys.
you
He's a
heard-
Mississippi State product.
Have you heard this theory kind of idea about the Chargers hiring Bill Belichick?
Okay, so let's talk about Bill Belichick for a second.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of people at his neck, including former players, being like, Bill Belichick, you are not him. Tom Brady made you.
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor made you.
Mm.
Curtis Martin, I don't know.
Curtis Martin saying that.
Tim,
made you.
Tim Couch made you for
Tim-
those couple years with the Browns.
With the Browns, yeah, Tim Couch. What do y'all think? Do y'all think he's not? I think he's the reason.
That they're bad right now?
No, I think he's the reason that they made all those damn Super Bowls.
I think he's the reason they're bad now.
That and cheating.
I think he's definitely responsible for at least 3 of those Super Bowls. Definitely responsible for the first one. Them and the whoever they bought the binoculars from.
Yeah.
and then definitely the last one. Like Brady couldn't do anything and he stopped the all-world offense.
Yeah, I mean, he...
the talking about against the Rams? The 6-9?
Yeah, the 13-3. Yeah, the real shitty game.
Yeah.
That sucked. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's all one way or the other. I think he definitely is too old and stubborn now. I wouldn't want him now. I think that's a key difference between him and Andy Reid, and maybe it's just a result of him winning a lot more earlier in his life than Andy Reid did. But Andy Reid seems like he grows.
Yeah.
And changes and wants to embrace like the new type of football and shit and relishes the opportunity to evolve.
Yeah.
Like Popovich.
Yeah.
But like Belichick is just like fucking, I don't know what the basketball equivalent of it is, Thibodeau, where he's like, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing,
Or probably
And I'm sure-
Phil Jackson.
Yeah. I'm sure Belichick, the coach, is fine. I think the biggest issue is Belichick, the GM, who fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Hires Matt Patricia to run an offense, drafts horribly. Remember
And has for
N'Keal
years.
Harry?
Oh, yeah. N'Keal Harry. Like, that dude could not draft a wide receiver to save his life. Who was the one from Florida they got, like, years and years ago?
Damn, I don't even remember.
Oh, man, that's going to kill me.
A wide receiver from Florida. What era?
This would be, I think, late aughts.
Late aughts. Was it Riley Cooper?
He would have fit in. Oh, he would have been
Yeah, he
such
would
a
have been
fit.
a native son of
Imagine
Boston.
being in the locker room with Aaron Hernandez, Riley Cooper.
And Cam Newton, that year that he played. That was after Aaron Hernandez. They're coming out with an Aaron Hernandez movie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's going to play him?
Yeah, Ryan.
Well, what about that guy from the other two?
Drew Tarp?
Yeah, Drew Tarver. Drew Tarver is Aaron Hernandez.
I didn't kill those people.
We want to run 2 tight ends.
Belichick, I don't know about this one.
Teachers Lounge podcast. Check it out.
Yeah.
Little plug. Hear the ridiculous voice.
I know that I said there's another guy who I know that's playing one of Aaron's friends. I was like, I could have fucking played that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent not an angry text, but a stern text to my manager today being like, hey, this didn't come across your desk?
Yeah.
The fucking American crime story?
Got 2 fucking pouncies in it, and I can't be one
I
of
can't
them.
be one of the bounces?
Chad Jackson was the person I was thinking
I do not
of.
remember that
I don't remember
person.
that either.
Second round pick from 2006. So
Yeah, you are.
Ryan Rain Manning over here.
Yeah, I do not know who that
Yeah,
is.
the way that Belichick gets a good receiver is to draft like a 6th-round quarterback out of Kent State
yeah,
and fucking Jedi mind trick him into having a rivalry with Wes Welker so that he becomes a great wideout.
Oh, you're talking about Wolfgang Jackson. That's what his Instagram says.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, that's what,
If you had to say Wolfgang Jackson, I would have known.
I
sorry.
love his airport restaurants. Yeah, really good stuff.
We here at Foosballs like talking about football and snacks, but we also like talking about THC. And this new product from Mood is exactly what we want to talk about.
Mood is known for their federally legal THC, but now they're adding their most potent product yet to the lineup. Introducing hemp-based THCA flower, the future of legal THC. Try it along with all of Mood's other amazing offerings like Delta 8 flower, gummies, vape cartridges, and more. And for a limited time, Mood is giving our listeners a free gram of THCA flower and 20% off your first order. Just visit HelloMood.com and use our code FOOSBALLS, FOOSBALLZ.
Now, I bet you're asking yourself, what is THCA flower? Mood's latest and most potent breakthrough in the world of legal cannabis is THCA flower. That's what it is. Since THCA converts into THC when you heat it, you get access to the classic marijuana high. And Mood has 10 high-inducing strains, the most potent they've ever offered. I am on my ass over here.
These are THC products you could trust. Mood puts an end to guessing games with federally legal forms of THC extracted from hemp plants. All their products are regularly third-party tested in DEA-registered labs, sourced from small family farms, and grown organically. You don't want the weed that's from those big factory farms. You know, you're driving up the 5 smelling cow shit.
Exactly.
You don't want that weed. You
By the
want it
way,
from
did I tell you guys I work for the DEA now?
No shit.
Yeah.
I work
The
for
jacket gave it away.
I work for ICE.
Very cool.
The sparkling water, to be clear. Not the evil guys.
Yes, the flavored sparkling water.
Yeah, the
0
flavored
calories.
sparkling water.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, what you need
But
to
we
do,
are getting defunded by Bernie Sanders.
what you need to do is try Mood's new THCA flower today. And for 20% off your first order and a free gram of THCA flower, go to HelloMood.com and use promo code FOOSBALLS. That's HelloMood.com, promo code FOOSBALLZ for 20% off your order and a free gram of THCA flower.
What else happened this week? Dobbs came back to earth. Is it the picture this curse? Is there a picture of this curse that we did a Dobbs picture of this and then he threw 4 picks and lost to the
If that's
Bears
the case,
on
then
Monday
the
night?
reverse is going to happen, and now the Chargers are going to go on a run with Brandon Staley.
Maybe.
He's not going to get fired. No. Delete that, Kevin. He has to go. The crazy thing is, I don't even like that team. I don't even love that team like that. Like,
You, the Chargers?
yeah, I just
They're not your number
They're
one.
your AFC
yeah,
team.
they're my AFC team. Like, I also like. I admittedly switch AFC teams quite a bit. Like,
Why not?
I like-
Hop on the Texans bandwagon.
I'm on the Texans bandwagon now. Even though they beat us this season, it didn't feel like they like rubbed it in our faces. You know.
Like they
Yeah,
did to the
losing
Steelers.
losing to a non-conference opponent's never too
Yeah.
tough. Would you say of all the teams, are the Saints like your number one team across all sports?
Saints are my number one team across all sports.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Across all sports. Football is my favorite sport.
Yeah.
Basketball is a sport that I played at the highest level,
Right.
and the Clippers embraced me as a child. They held me close to their bosom. But
Took you in?
That
They
made
took
it
me
sound like a Jerry Sandusky situation.
Yeah,
Like when I was a child, the Clippers.
I would
embraced
shower with the Clippers. I don't know why.
Catino
They brought me
Mobley.
in and they immediately ushered me straight to the shower.
Nah, but football is my favorite sport to watch. Favorite sport to participate in. My dad, I've told y'all about my dad, but like the Saints are definitely my number one team across all sports. That's
Gotcha.
the identity I hold.
They had a
Been
tough
here since
week.
years. Tough week, man. You know, that rivalry is always tough. I think I picked out of all the wins that I picked that didn't come true on my
picks?
list. I do think I picked us to lose to the Falcons.
Yeah,
This-
your picks were middling this week, but the picks were about 50-50, I think. But the
No, I'm
Thanksgiving
saying
Carlay
your
hit.
preseason?
My
Oh, your
preseason.
preseason.
Because
the Saints?
the Falcons Saints rivalry always goes nuts.
Now, if I remember correctly, you picked.
I picked them to win this one.
I don't have them saved,
'Cause
but I'm pretty sure you picked the Saints to go 17 and 0.
16 and 1. Or 17 and 1.
I think you had multiple 17 and 0 teams.
Well, I picked the Eagles to go 17
Now,
and
that's
1.
looking good.
That's looking good.
Yeah.
My pick for the Saints over on wins this year is not looking good. I think I overestimated how okay they were and weak
Bro.
their schedule was.
That's the thing. the weak ass schedule, the team that we have. We just added Jason Pierre-Paul. We didn't talk about that.
Oh yeah, but he already left, didn't he?
Is he gone already?
I think so. Yeah.
he just signed with somebody. The Dolphins, because Jalen Phillips tore his Achilles.
And so we let him go. Yeah,
I think they poached him.
I think Dennis Allen is the problem. It's just like Brandon Staley. I think Dennis Allen is the problem.
Oh yeah, fire him.
Yeah, I think
another defensive coach.
Yeah, can't have it. I think you got to. It feels like, especially because he was the Peyton's defense coordinator, right?
Defense coordinator.
At some point, you just got to inject some new life. When the guy is leaving, it's time to.
I mean, look at what DeMeco Ryans is doing. Even though they're not like great, their team is so fun to watch.
They're going to be a playoff team for
Tank
sure.
Dell, Collins, like CJ Stroud, man, he's up in the MVP race.
Yeah,
I think deservedly so.
Yeah. When was the last time a rookie cracked that? Cam?
Jim Brown was the only rookie to ever win.
Oh, I just mean in the race, but yeah.
I don't know if anyone's ever really been in the race, especially this late in the season.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, like, yeah, that division is just who's going to come out of there?
The
NFC South.
I think if they had gotten to so let's talk about that game for a second. There's a lot of mixed emotions, I will say, from missed field goals, is what I was trying to say. Missed field goals from Amendola, not Danny.
Wait, now
Matt.
we're talking about the Texans missed. Yeah.
Texans, yeah.
And that was it was a long try, and he hit the crossbar. It was a tough.
Loser.
He missed a couple before.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a loser.
And then he lost his job.
Why do you
He's
hate
already
him so
cut,
much?
right?
He missed with the Chiefs last year. Missed a couple of crucial field goals.
Because he's a loser.
Yeah. I don't like losers.
That crossbar, he hit it on the tee too.
Yeah.
And
Like, that's tough.
like this, because
Kevin's wearing colored contacts today.
Kevin is wearing cat's eye contacts.
Black.
Yeah. Full black eyes.
Streetwalker. Yeah, that as that kick went off his foot, because he's been just sort of like run out of town at a bunch of different places. He was like, "This is it, the moment, the big game tying field goal, 59 yards, right down the middle, feels so good," and then dunk.
Yeah, it was so loud too.
It's hilarious how they made that so that whenever a ball hits those goalposts, it's the loudest thing in the world.
Yeah, it really is great.
Yeah.
It's great.
That shit is so funny, man.
Who's it? Was it Nick Folk who had the double doink a few years ago?
Cody Parkey,
Oh, Cody Parkey, yeah.
the famous one, the Bears one, yeah.
Did it go in?
No.
Oh, because I've seen some doinks that get knocked in.
Yeah,
depending on what side they doink on.
like the Kawhi Leonard Raptor shot over and
Oh, yeah.
that hit like the rim 4 times. If
Yep.
you were making like a kid's football movie, that's what would happen at the end. Would be like doink, doink, ding, doink.
And then a dog just going woof, and then doink.
And everyone starts banging pots and pans.
Yeah, for the dog.
Thank you
Who's
for your
dressed like an
service.
army general.
He's got like the helmet on, like the army, like artillery helmet.
Because he sang the national anthem. And he's still,
His name's Bonewall Jackson.
General Bonewall Jackson.
This is the movie, you guys. So we sent you guys out to write a football movie. And there's not much football left in it.
We asked you to write an Aaron Hernandez movie, and you guys came back with a Bonewall Jackson.
You know, Napoleon's a big hit.
General Bonewall Jackson.
I was messing around with the ESPN playoff machine. By the way, they have backloaded this schedule this NFL season because I think all sorts of wild stuff is going to happen. Right now, I have the Saints getting in. They win the division. It still feels like their schedule is pretty easy here in the last like 6-7 weeks. I have the Packers getting in. I think they're a team that might be on the upswing.
We got Detroit this week, which is not an easy win, but I still don't fully believe in Detroit.
They got punked on Thanksgiving, man.
They did.
See,
They
this is I actually have the Saints because you want to inject a little chaos when you're doing these picks. So I have the Saints beating the Lions this week because maybe the Lions are starting to kind of come down to earth a little bit. Feels like it, and it's on the road. It's in New Orleans, so
where
feels like
Derek Carr plays horribly.
All right, let me ask you this.
I like to
point blank.
disappoint the home fans.
Would they just be better off with Winston at this point? It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like this is not a position I thought I could get to this quickly, but Carr's been
He's been ass. And the thing about him being ass is like it's reminiscent of Drew Brees' last season where for some reason he didn't have a zip on the ball. He couldn't get. Derek Carr just throws everything short, it feels like.
Yeah, that sucks.
You want someone who can chuck it up and just let Rashid Shaheed do his thing.
Yeah.
Wait,
Owave.
How bad is Olave's injury, though? He's a concussion?
He's got concussion, yeah.
So he might
As
miss
a
week.
fantasy, recent fantasy owner,
Yes,
I recently...
I traded him.
yes,
to
I
you.
recently acquired him in a trade I think about late at night.
He had a great game before he got hurt, though.
Yeah, I know. That's not the part of the trade
Yeah,
that I fret about.
What are you fret about?
The fact that I traded an 11th round pick for a defense.
We'll see.
Greg steamrolled me into it accepting a trade.
Wait, explain it to us.
So this is in our Sharks League where we can trade future draft picks. Now, I'm in first place.
It's an 11th round pick. Who cares?
Would you spend an 11th round pick on a defense?
Yes.
You would.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
did
No,
not
you
believe
wouldn't.
that.
I would. No, here's the situation.
You better be
That
the
was
fucking-
Greg attached to the lie detector, like trying his hardest.
He's got a thumbtack in his finger. Yes.
It doesn't look like anything to me. No, here's the thing. I have Philly defense. Talented defense, not been very good for fantasy this year. There are 2 playoff matches. Ryan is cruising to a first round bye. So in my opinion, I was like, Ryan, you can use a bench spot to think about week 16 and 17. And Philly's defense is not just of like available defenses, but of all defenses, number 1 projected defense in both those weeks because they play like the Giants and somebody else really shitty. And I was like, just hang on to him and use him for the playoffs and you'll have a good defense. It became part of a bigger trade that involved Olave. It was like Olave. I gave Olave and the Philly D for an 8 and an 11.
Yeah.
I was trying to have a fire sale and I really didn't get that much going. I also gave away Dak, but
I'm trying like hell right now in a league to trade Dak because I have Dak and Mahomes. And for personal reasons that I won't go into, I can't trade Mahomes.
I think we can gather.
no, it goes deeper than that.
He's got those pictures on you.
Yeah, he's got the pictures of me.
And he cares that much about whether you own him in fantasy.
He demands that I give him my passwords to my ESPN and Yahoo accounts so he can check. It's not a good situation.
Dak has arguably been the best QB over the last like month and a half.
Oh, far and away.
Yeah.
So I'm trying just to move him before the deadline on Friday. So
you still got time. Huh?
Yeah, so I offered. Right now, I'm just trying to even just see if I can get T.J. Hawkinson just because I need a tight end, just something, anything.
I mean, T.J. Hawkins is not nothing. He's great. So I told you guys I got a Monday Night Miracle in the NFL's league, my third league that's not Sharks and not Foosball. So basically, my Sharks team sucks. My Foosballs and NFL's teams are both in first place. And I was playing Brian Gast, who had, I think I mentioned on the show, offered me Saquon and Diggs for, I think, Hawkinson and Mostert, and I turned it down. And I was like, if you told me before the year I'd turn down Saquon and Diggs for Hawkinson because there's no other good tight ends.
Yeah.
And then it worked out that it came down to Monday night, and all I had left was Hawkinson to make up 16 points. And I was like, well, against the team I refused to trade him to. And I was like, you got to do it, man. He had nothing at halftime.
Yeah.
And I was like, I
had him also.
I was like, I just need 5 for 50 in a score. That's 16 points. And his final line was 5 for 50 in a score. And that last touchdown was like 25 of the yard. It was a true late stage Monday night. It was a stage 4 Monday night miracle. It's a Monday
How
night
about
miracle.
that game?
Whew, brutal. I didn't watch it. I couldn't.
I had to because of the fantasy. It was brutal.
Dude, it was I'm going to say it. The Bears did not earn that win.
No. It was the first time all year a team has won without scoring a touchdown.
I wish I had Cairo Santos.
Yeah, 4 field goals.
That would be really nice. So the Vikings, because right now in my in my Ryan's picks for the playoffs, I had the Vikings just barely getting in, but are we feeling that at all? I had them. By
Jefferson's coming back.
Yes.
Jefferson got activated.
Dobbs can give the ball to Jefferson.
Dobbs, it felt like he's done really good with these limited playbooks, and then when they've tried to like expand to a full offense, it's like just let him have the limited playbook. Someone joked like every team he goes to, the more he gets to know his teammates, the worse he gets. Or something. I was like,
I'll say this: the interceptions that he threw all felt like communication error. Like they didn't feel like him making a bad play.
Yeah, at least one of them was tipped and not really his fault.
Yeah,
but you still got to. Yeah, it wasn't like a Nathan Peterman game, even though it was 4
where
picks,
he was
but
just
it
throwing
wasn't
it
good. Yeah,
Nathan Peterman was just throwing it to the defense.
Yeah,
So he had on.
I didn't see him over there.
Kevin's color contacts that game. He had full black eyes, and they blinked like sideways, like Men in Black, as opposed to up and down.
Yeah, Kevin's also eating cockroaches. He's really going Men in Black on us.
Yeah, he's like producing right now. He's got like 11 different arms doing a bunch of different things.
What are you drinking there, Kev? Is that sugar water?
Sugar water.
What's the Michael Jackson character? Agent K?
Agent M.
Agent M.
I could be Agent M. Zed, can you hear me? Zed, can you hear me? I could be Agent M.
We've talked about that. We talked about this.
I don't know what this
I'm
is.
talking about this constantly. It was just this little part in the beginning of Men in Black 2 where Michael Jackson is on the screen. It's the real Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And he's like, he says something. He's like, I've covered this. Zed, have you thought about my application for MIB? Zed, hello? He's like, I gotta go, Michael. Have a great one. He's like, Zed, I could be Agent M.
And so
and it's just the shit made me laugh so hard when I was in 7th grade when that movie came out.
And the crazy thing about them shooting that, so he shot this cameo. He did it in like 15, 20 minutes, you know? And then they got into a little bit of a snag near release because he wanted to be on the posters. he wanted it, like the posters to be like Mr. Smith, Mr. Lee Jones, Mr. Jackson.
And they had to email him back like, I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah.
But we are for real.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear the rumor, like if Fields leaves Chicago, that one of the teams looking at him is the Falcons? And I just love the idea of the Falcons having Bijan, Fields, London, Pitts, and every game is just like 24 Tyler Algier carries for 50 yards, and they score 8 points.
They never,
Like how is this even possible?
Yeah.
They beat us good this week. And they had a very fun show. Did y'all see the clip of Jameis rapping "Move, bitch, get out the way" to Derek Carr?
Yeah.
And Derek Carr's just like, yeah. Man, I hope we trade up for Caleb. Get rid of Olave. Get rid of fucking Michael Thomas. Come on, Brian. Come on, Bears. Negotiate with us.
Would you want them to trade Olave?
Yeah, get him out of there.
Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how about like what's the record?
5 and 7.
Who would you rather have, Caleb or Shador?
Caleb.
What was that?
Don't say it like that.
Let's mention it. We talked a lot of Colorado the first few episodes.
Yeah, you know,
we haven't
for a
mentioned
personal
it
thing.
in a while.
Yeah.
They wound up being 4-8.
Yeah, 4-8. Their season's done, right?
Yeah, and they had 3 big guys decommit in like a 24-hour period.
That's fine. They had that tight end decommit.
They had a running back decommit.
That's cool.
It took.
They'll get people.
But they won't fire him because he made Colorado a fucking $1 billion.
Yeah.
Like, this is America.
He doesn't deserve
at
to
the
be
end of the day.
fired.
They can be 5 and no. I mean, I wouldn't fire him anyway after one season. But I'm saying like even if he has like an identical year, like 2, if they're 4-8 every year and raking in that kind of cash, they won't care. First of all, they were already 4-8 every year. They're Colorado.
Yeah.
But like ultimately, he probably made more money for that program than a lot of programs that were like 9-3. You know, but.
I think they're going to turn it around completely next season. His first season at Jackson State was not easy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to turn around completely. I think they're going to they're losing some guys.
Shador and Hunter's gone too, right?
Shador is staying, I think.
Shador's staying?
Yeah, because he's got the NIL money.
Yeah, he doesn't need
I think Travis might be out.
Yeah, Shador probably makes more in college than he will in his first couple of years in the pros, unless he's a top 15 pick, which he probably won't be.
Travis's girl has a wedding ring on her finger now. An engagement ring on her left finger. He brought her a Tesla, put some Hello Kitty wrapping in. Did you see this, Kevin? You shaking your head. It was,
He's just swooning.
yeah.
I like that you said wedding ring on her fingernail.
Yeah, she's a wedding ring on her fingernail.
Very small.
Very tiny wedding ring. You can see
That's how
how
the girls
close
are
I
wearing
was
them
looking.
these days.
I only know that you could tell how close I was looking. I just want to say to my man Travis, my man.
Carl's a bit of a finger king. You've heard of a size queen. Carl's a finger king.
Got some nice fingers on there. Got some nice ivory ticklers on there, if you know what I mean. No, they did poorly this year. I had them going, 6-6?
Yeah, we talked about it. So
Yeah.
we did talk about it. It's disappointing to not get to a bowl game. It's really tough.
But
yeah.
they had like that flash, that moment where they were just in the zeitgeist, and it was really, really fun. And they can build off that.
Yeah, it's
They
like
can absolutely
TCU was in the fucking title game last year, you know? So, like, beating TCU week 1 was huge. It just turned out they weren't as good as we thought they were. But, yeah, it was a tough year. It was a tough year for Caleb Williams. They went out on a down note, too. I mean, their season's not over, but he lost, 3-4 in a row to close the year?
Former Colorado All-American rips Deion Sanders before legacy son hits transfer portals. Buffalo's great is unhappy with Coach Prime's progress in Boulder. Bullshit.
Who?
Who's the
What Buffalo great?
Christian Faria.
Great.
tight end?
Great. Was he even a starting tight end?
Former
For the
CU Buff
Seahawks.
standout Christian Faria has taken several shots.
Oh,
at San-
Buffalo's great. I thought you meant like Buffalo. Oh, I see.
Wait, didn't he? Christian Faria played for the Patriots, right?
Yeah,
Did he play
Patriots and the
linebacker?
Seahawks. He's a tight end.
He was a tight end.
Yeah.
I think so.
I guess he was a Buffalo great. He has been overly critical of the Hall of Famer and current state Colorado's program, which has led to his legacy son hitting the transfer portal on Monday.
Christian Ashley Foria.
Uh,
Yeah, Patriot. Seahawks Patriot.
There's not that many NFL players from Colorado. Cordell Stewart is the big one, I feel like. Oh, and Mason
Michael
Crosby. But did Michael Westbrook actually do anything in the NFL? He's most
He was a
famous
first-round
for the
pick, I
catching
think.
that. Yeah. I feel like Spencer Dinwiddie in the NBA is a better Colorado player than any of those guys.
Why is this kid? Why are they so mad? I guess he's gonna go to.
It's the fourth
He said,
overall
"I
pick,
spent
Michael.
5 years despising the color red because of my hatred for Husker football. Matt Rule has changed that. Dude has a clear message and understanding of what's important. What was Nebraska's record this year? Let's look. Let's take a
Did
look.
they score as many points on the season as they had losses?
They lost a lot of games.
They haven't been good since the fucking 90s.
Yeah.
They were all right when they had Ndamukong Suh for a little bit. I think they made one Big Ten title game and lost.
Why is he picking? Why is he doing that? What?
Christian Fauria?
Yeah. I
Christian
don't know.
Foria Jr.
I mean,
What do you think it is?
I don't know the guy personally.
What are they saying in the meeting?
When you're a big Colorado fan for years and then suddenly Sanders rolls in and now you like Nebraska.
Nebraska,
yeah.
I don't know. There's something there.
I believe that they will find the players to replace these people who are in the transfer portal, and I think a lot of those guys just didn't want to buy in. I bet you it's hard to buy into a Deion Sanders system. He probably expects a lot of perfections, a lot of shit in your face.
If you're not a leader or a dog, what are you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you ain't a leader, if you ain't a dog, if you ain't General.
Yeah, I'd imagine like you're either
Bonewall Jackson.
yeah, I imagine you're either really all in or you can't stand the guy and you're
Yeah.
like, I want to. Yeah, this isn't what I signed up for.
You're probably just getting beat up in practice, and there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
That's probably got to suck.
Yeah, it's like but he's probably like you fuck up and like you're really hearing about it from him.
Imagine like doing suicides. And like, remember how I used to come in last in suicides. Like my sophomore year, it was just like, bro, I can't keep up with these guys. I'm still got this baby fat on. I lost weight junior year, but like sophomore year, I'm doing suicides with the fucking varsity and JV team, and I'm getting my ass kicked. Imagine there's cameras everywhere.
Watching you like
I don't play
dry
here.
heave afterwards.
God, I had
Crying.
Oh, I just such like a little fat boy, kind of like.
Yeah. So I can see that. Matt, well, go ahead, Christian Faria. Get your shit off, Christian Faria. And your son dropped a lot of passes this year, Christian Faria. He didn't block well, Christian Faria.
Yeah.
Because Shador was getting his ass ate up. All right. What do you say we talk about these picks?
Oh yeah, it's time.
Thanksgiving Carlay hit.
The Thanksgiving
Sure did.
Carlay hit. I hope
Sure did.
everybody made your money. Before
You know
we get
I
into
did.
this, though, can we put out a prompt to the listeners? I think it's time we talk about how everybody did in fantasy this season.
Yeah.
So you send us, email us, and let us know how your fantasy seasons are going. Don't lie. Show proof. We need a screenshot.
We need receipts.
We need receipts.
Actually, can we put a pin in that for 1 second? We did get one really good email from a listener about his low point in sports fandom.
I have it right
shit.
here.
Right. Carl, this is going to break your heart if you haven't read it.
It's this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Picture this. It's late 2011, and you've somehow started dating a super hot American Apparel model who let you hit quote because you're goofy but hates football.
That's
listening.
the email.
Yeah, I'm listening. King.
You've gotten insanely lucky, as has famous virgin Tim Tebow. Since Marion Barber stepped out of bounds in Week 14, you've known Tebow was destined by God to win a playoff game. He draws the Steelers in the first round, and then it goes to overtime, causing you to be late for a concert your girl was really excited for. But you don't even see the end of the game, because when Demaryius Thomas got separation on Ike Taylor, you just get up and walk out of the apartment without saying a word, leaving the TV on and your football friends on the couch. At the end of the concert, she says she can't get over that you, quote, chose football over her, and Tebow cockblocks you from mile high. One more win for Jesus. When you get home, you find out your friends drank the entire 40 of spiced rum you stole from work, so you have nothing to wash down the breakup, because it's involuntarily Holy Week. Love the pod, Peter.
Total recap. Broncos get a dramatic overtime win. Guy doesn't even get to see it.
Yeah.
Loses his American Apparel girlfriend. Doesn't get his 40 when he gets home. Broncos lose in the next round. Tebow never goes on to do anything ever again. That's tough.
That's rough.
And if y'all don't know what an American Apparel model is, they're some of the hottest hairy-legged women you've ever seen.
Drive down Rowena in Silver Lake and see.
I don't care where you are right now. You get yourself over there to Silver Lake.
You're going to see some billboards with the hottest hairy women.
Yeah, and it's called Los Angeles Apparel now.
Oh, sorry.
Is
So
it really?
might only, yeah,
Really?
LA Apparel, because they got bought out or something. Real cheap clothes that they sold for real expensive.
Yeah.
Unhoused people are not allowed to wear them.
Yes.
The guy who ran the company was very adamant about that.
Yeah,
Very
he also
adamant.
liked to take pictures, right? Like,
Yeah, he took pictures of these hairy-legged women.
I like to take their pictures.
I know he's not that photographer, Terry Richardson, who looks like a little sex criminal,
Yeah.
but that's who I'm picturing.
He looked like him.
He also looked like
Yeah.
a sex criminal. I think.
Yeah. Wow.
That's a tough one.
That's the tough one, man.
Yeah. Love
That's
that.
a tough one.
I like
Thank you
to
for writing
imagine
that
that he didn't work at like a liquor store. He worked at like Charles Schwab, but,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they had a 40 of spiced rum in the fridge and he stole it.
A 40 of spiced rum.
Yeah, if you got any
Imagine going
more,
home and just drinking that. Oh.
That's the most 20-year-old drink I've ever heard of.
I'm feeling
Rum
so down.
chata. Getting a bottle of rum chata.
Yeah, if you got any more stories like that, guys, where you were down and out,
Yeah.
send those in.
Send the down and out stories. That one should kick it off right there. I know y'all got some stories.
Yeah, first down and out.
I know you sad fuckers have some stories.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be listening to this if your life was happy.
I know y'all all got hairy legs. Ladies listening to this, I know you all got hairy legs. No.
Titties tied up and the legs all hairy.
I don't think we'll be getting too many more listeners who dated American Apparel models.
Nah, that's probably slow. I will say this though, and I've talked to Kevin about this. When I go on tour with some of these dudes, like when I go on tours with Bang Bang or Doughboys, in the crowd, there's these fans of these podcasts. You can imagine what they look like. And, they are with some of the finest women I have ever seen about, and I go, "What is happening? How did you get this,
You got to get out of LA.
dude?" These dudes who are fucking standing up being like, fuck Mitch! Mitch! Yeah! And they're just sitting next to a girl who, like sometimes they don't want to take pictures with me. They don't want to take pictures with the Doughboys or whatever. I'll stand to the side in case they do want me to get in the picture, but I'll let them get their moment with the guys.
Will you sign it for my girlfriends Bella and Gigi?
Yeah, for real. Like these dudes sometimes, and not all of y'all. But
if you're listening to this, we're not talking
about you. We're not talking about foosballs fans. Every foosballs fan doesn't listen to those other podcasts and is ripped to shreds
and still has a hot girlfriend.
Still has a hot girlfriend.
You're hot also.
Yeah. You two are hot. But these dudes will be in these audiences and like I'll be standing out to the side and their girlfriends are like waiting on them to take the pictures and they're like, so like, how'd you get into this? Like, what do you do? Like, and I go, you don't know what this is? No, just something he likes.
I got dragged to this.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So what? They just eat a lot of food?
Yeah, for real. Straight up, dude. I have never talked. Man, we were in Huntsville, Alabama, and women were standing on the sideline and be like, "You were really funny. That was really fun.
You should do comedy."
Yeah. You should ever think about doing comedy? I go, lady, what?
Yeah, but you guys would like do restaurant reviews.
Yeah. I don't know. I just came with him.
Yeah.
And this dude's just like, only beard here. Only neck beard. He's just like, yeah, Mitch. Oh my God, Mitch.
Apologizing for his girlfriend for
Spoon.
asking dumb questions.
Yeah. Spoon.
Sorry about her.
Wait in the car.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me in front of the Doughboys.
How did you get?
Wait in the car you bought me.
These are my heroes.
Tell all those ladies, girl, you got to move to LA.
Yeah.
You got to get out of there.
And wind up with one of
Us,
this
baby.
guy's meat market of specimens of
Right.
all.
Find yourself a real man.
Hey, your boyfriend idolizes Mitch.
Yeah.
I'm actually friends with him.
Yeah.
I've been to his house.
Is your boyfriend plenty husky but not in therapy enough?
Yeah.
Come to LA.
All right. The Carlay hit.
Carla hit.
What did we do on the other picks? We didn't do well, right?
It
doesn't matter.
But the bonus Thanksgiving pick didn't hit. The Jets did not live up to their end of the bargain.
Hell no, they didn't.
The unders you took hit.
The unders hit.
And maybe one of the other picks.
The unders hit.
But
So
it's not
like
important to live in the
3 to 5.
past.
It's not important to live in the
Yeah.
past. All we know is the Carlay hit. You should be rich.
That is at least 3 out of 5 weeks, maybe 3 out of 4 weeks that the parlay. Sorry,
Excuse you.
Excuse
So
you.
sorry.
Excuse you.
that the Carlay hit, which is incredible.
Hey, we're going to try to keep that streak up.
Let's do it.
Let's look at
Let's
it right
look
now.
here.
Let's see what we got going on. But back to what we were saying. Send in your fantasy, how you doing in fantasy.
And any more low point stories.
Any more low point stories. Absolutely.
They can be one and the same.
Schedule. Let's look at 13. And that's not what we supposed
Cowboys
to look at. We're supposed to look at
-9 at home against the Seahawks on Thursday. That's a big line.
Yeah.
scores. That's a big line. I thought we decided not to do Thursday.
Right, not part of the
games.
Carlay.
We did
You're
one
right,
Thanksgiving
you're right,
special, but that's it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Colts -2 at Tennessee. Jonathan Taylor out.
But Zach Moss,
Hasn't been bad.
What are you looking at -2? What are you?
I'm on ESPN.
Mine says -1. What the hell? What the fuck?
What the fuck is going on
the
here,
fuck is
guys?
happening, ESPN?
We live in a simulation.
This is
Glitch in the Matrix.
Ryan got
Colts,
the Cyber Monday
Yeah.
deal.
I got the real betting list. There we go. Daily lines.
Titans, Colts. I'm gonna take the over on that. Over 43.5.
Okay.
I think both of those teams can score 24 to 27 points.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is that standalone or is that part of the Carlay?
That's part of the Carlay.
Okay.
Let's go over on that. Chargers, Patriots, battle of the assholes. LA Chargers -6.
I
You know what?
mean,
Go ahead. What you got to say?
I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it too.
I think they
I
get
think
right.
they need to redeem themselves. It always seems like too, like since we talked about them in the picture this, and Brandon Staley has been saving himself for marriage, and has been saving himself week
He's got his
after.
promise ring.
He got his promise ring on. I'm gonna say Chargers -6. I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
And then these are the 10 a.m. games, and then the Falcons Jets. What a rough one. We're gonna skip that one. Cardinals Steelers. Pitt -5.5.
How are we feeling about the Steelers real quick, Greg? Just quick Steelers check-in.
58 games without 400 yards of offense. First game without Matt Canada, they hit it. Pat Freiermuth looked incredible. He was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Johnson still just probably needs to go at this point. It's
Yeah, he
just
didn't do
not
shit.
working out. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see the play where there was a run play and he just didn't move, and then Jalen Warren fumbled the ball and he just stood there?
And they talked
Tough
about
look.
that. They say the dude just gave up on the.
Yeah.
He's on my bench. I traded for him. I still
Deontay?
got Dalton Schultz out of it, and
That's good.
I didn't get. And this is a league that I'm not making playoffs in any of my leagues, but I'm gonna take y'all 5.5 -5.
Yeah, the Steelers
At
are
home.
probably going to the playoffs, which is baffling, but their next 3 games are Cardinals, Patriots, and the Patriots is next Thursday, and so then they get 10 days off before they face the Colts. They should at least win 2 of those games, if not all 3, and then they also still have one against the Burrowless Bengals. Like, they should be a 10-11 win team and make the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy, but it's true.
yeah. Let's go. Let's take Steelers -5.5.
All right, so that's the
Carlay.
Carlay, which is Steelers -5.5, Chargers -6, and Colts Titans over 43.5.
Yeah. All right, now for some random picks. Let's start with the 1:00 games. There are 1:00 games here on the West Coast.
Also a good one to do would be Saints Lions, which is an early one, but it was not part of the Carlay.
Not part of the Carlay. Detroit is -4. I'm gonna believe my boys again. Let's go Saints +4.
Saints +4.
I'm into
Saints
it.
+4. That's a regular pick. That's just a one-off.
Standalone.
Dolphins Commanders, Miami -9.5. Commanders, they trip me out because sometimes they're decent and most times they're not.
Yeah. I would have, if you asked me to blindly guess, I would have guessed they're better than 4 and 8 because it seems like they're in a lot of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they keep it close. They have, I think, maybe the worst defense in football. So
And now without even Chase Young and Sweat. And,
yeah, they've gotten way worse going up against a really explosive offense. I think they just like rack up yards and some points, but
Achane might be back. It might be a track meet where the Dolphins just run them to death.
Yeah. Let's go Dolphins -9. I want to take a dog though. So we got
the
Panthers.
Saints as a dog.
Yeah, Saints is a dog. Panthers Bucks. The Panthers suck so bad, but they got a
it's
new
hard.
coach, right?
yeah, they could get that little new coach
Boost.
Yeah.
Let's go Panthers +5.
What about the big game of the week? You've got the 49ers -3 with the Eagles.
Ooh.
The
In
Eagles
Philly.
are at home. Yeah. That's
Eagles
respect.
underdogs at home. Wow.
That's
10-1.
interesting. Is somebody out? Why is that a thing?
Is Lane Johnson still out? But I mean, even so,
I think just the 49ers have looked really dominant with the Eagles
except they lost.
winning some real close ones. But, I mean, this feels like game of the year.
Yeah,
You
minus
give him-
3? I'm going Eagles +3 on
Yeah,
that.
Eagles
Yeah.
+3. Give it to me. And then you want to do a bonus pick for Sunday night?
Yeah.
Bengals Jags. What's the
Or
one?
Sunday night's Chiefs.
Oh, sorry.
Bonus pick Monday, Bengals Jags.
Monday, I mean. Jesus.
I'm gonna say Bengals +8 because 8 feels like a big line for that, even though they don't have
Yeah.
a quarterback. I think they can do something with them. They've been their defense been tough since they lost Jesse Bates,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
-8 is a big line.
That's a big one.
All
So
right,
I'm
we're
gonna
riding
go-
some dogs this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna go bonus pick dog Bengals.
Riding
Chiefs
some
gonna beat
general
the shit out of
dogs.
the Packers. Yeah. Eagles being a dog is crazy.
It is.
I wonder
What do they
the-
know that we don't know?
I wonder what the best record ever after 11 games and still being underdog at home was. Couldn't be. Unless someone was 11-0 and did it, that 10-1 has got to be the best record anyone's
That's
ever.
pretty
Well,
nuts.
the Bears
Or what about
in
Steelers?
'85.
Oh, well, a couple years ago, the Steelers were like 10-11-0, and everyone knew they sucked.
Yeah.
So maybe that was it.
Yeah. Well, that wraps up this week of Foosballs.
Mhm.
We hope you guys are still having fun with the season. I hope your teams aren't doing too bad. Like,
Send us how your team's doing. Send us your rock bottoms. Send us any famous general names with dog puns.
yes,
Yeah,
So
yes.
that we can
right.
round out the cast of Bonewall Jackson.
Yeah, if you guys could just do the writing for us, that would be amazing. Yeah. Any pages you want to send over.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
just read that for the whole episode. And send us pictures of your girlfriends, especially before they shave their legs. Have a great evening. Happy football.
Happy football.
Happy football.
Bye-bye.
That was a Headgum podcast.